If you could live stream your show here on YouTube, Facebook, and X, while also capturing the 4K recording of your live show, that's the ultimate content creation strategy. Because it's the biggest bang for your buck. Even if you're not working with an editor, in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can use Riverside FM to do all of this, and also instantly and very easily edit tons of variations of your live stream within minutes. This video is not sponsored by Riverside, but at PSS, we love Riverside and we teach it heavily to all of our creators and clients. But we do have an affiliate link with Riverside, and you can try it out for free by using our affiliate link and going to pss.media/Riverside. So you're gonna wanna stick around for this one. I'm pulling out all of the live stream stops, and you, my friend, are gonna reap all of the benefits. Ready? Let's go. Hey, welcome. I'm Steven, and this is my show, Get Creative. I host every Wednesday to help you level up your content creation by reviewing the coolest, latest, and greatest content creation tools. Today, I'm going to give you the full tour, a ton of tips and tricks using Riverside FM. Riverside FM is really famous as a remote recording studio, a way to connect with guests remotely and get really high quality video and audio from those remote recordings. But they're always innovating and making some really incredible updates. And you can also use Riverside FM to go live, and you can live stream to multiple platforms at the same time while also recording your show in an extremely high quality. If, for example, you use a 4K cam link adapter like this one from Elgato, link in the description, the live stream will broadcast a 1080p quality to all of the platforms that you have connected, but you will get a 4K recording into your computer. And the quality that you get from Riverside is truly astounding. There's a very small difference between the quality you get on Riverside and the quality you get recording directly into the SD card on your camera. And there's two other really big benefits for recording directly into Riverside. One is the file management headache becomes so much easier to manage because all of your files are actually held on Riverside's server. So you don't have to bog down hard drives and figure out how to organize all your files to share them with editors. You can share your studio with your editor and they can download the files directly from your Riverside account. And then the other big benefit is you don't have to worry about the audio syncing and replacing the good audio from your clip-on microphones or your podcast microphones with the trash or the scratch audio that you record onto your camera. And so even if you're not live streaming, you could consider Riverside FM as a way that you could record your video podcast because the audio and the video is synced up. There's no time limit to the recording, assuming that you have your DSLR camera set up properly so it doesn't just shut off on you. And it really is just an all-around great solution. And as if that wasn't enough, now they are innovating on all of the time some really cool editing features that I've been very impressed with. So what do you say we actually go live together in this video on YouTube? I'll show you some basic tips and tricks for going live, including setting up and using and designing your own countdown timer if you want to, some tips for bringing in guests after you've started the show, how you can hide yourself or hide guests from your live audience, and of course, some best practices when recording. And then finally, we'll finish this video up by taking a little tour through some of the really cool editing features using Riverside, including how you can edit your videos and audio episodes like you would a Google Doc, and also the magic clips feature where you can let AI decide the best little vertical video clips to extract from your live stream show. This is some really powerful stuff, and I know you're gonna love me for it, so do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button here on YouTube to show me some appreciation. Okay, let's go live. Here we go. This is really your Riverside dashboard. You can create any number of studios. What I love about the studios that you create in Riverside is once you create a studio, it will create a link for that studio, and that link stays the same. So you can always share that link with every single guest that you have coming onto your show. And then anyone can just join, anyone with the link can just join your studio, which is fun, especially for, the admin stuff of sending out, weekly emails to brand new guests every time and things. You can automate that with a simple to use studio link. Of course, if you want to create different studios, so that maybe you have more of a private link for any purpose, then you can. Check this out. I'm getting 2160p. Yo, I'm getting a 2160p. That's pretty high quality right here, all right? That's why I had to do that ridiculously offensive, I don't even know what accent that was, but I'm sure I offended at least 6 people. If I did, make sure you leave a comment. Tell me, you offended me, hombre? And would you learn how to speak without stuttering? Ooh, please, the more comments, the better. You can put your name in here. I'm not using headphones because I'm not. But actually I kind of am, but I'm not right now. And then of course you have your green room here. So instead of the MacBook Pro microphone, I'd probably want to use my Rodecaster Duo that I'm using. Any microphone or audio option you have in there. I'm still not using headphones though. that will essentially turn on the echo cancellation feature. So I'll join the studio. So actually, I believe to go live and to schedule your live stream, we'd want to say plan. And then we could say schedule session. Oh, look, live stream destinations. Oh, you can add a thumbnail. Here we go. So let's call it, is it time to go video with your pod? Press
some wacky button on my keyboard and now I gotta go back again.
We're gonna go live like soon. What time is it? It's July 18th. Let's go at 4, man. Why not? 4 to 5, perfect. Eastern time. We don't need to invite anyone, but we will say all things video podcasting with none other than Stephen C. Davis. Audience registration, no. Live stream destinations will go to the PSS Creative Media channel, flip that on, and we're gonna add a thumbnail. Good thing I already started or created a thumbnail here in Canva. If you need help doing that, I got other videos where I
teach you how to create
these. Edit it there, and it'll make you feel real nice and toasty inside. Let's see what happens. So if I say create session here now, the session gets created. Good. I can copy the link if I want, but I should be able to pop over to my YouTube channel and see it there on the YouTube channel too. A little trick here when you're doing this is you could also kind of feature this a little bit more if you would like and add it as a trailer for your channel. If you don't know how to do that, you go to your, say, view your channel, and there's this button at the top of your channel that says customize channel. Pop over to where it says home tab next to profile here and say add section. Looks like I've already added Veronica's there, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove those and I'll add mine. A channel trailer, boom. Add another section, spotlight for returning subscribers, boom. Now those are both there. I'll say publish. I can view the channel. Now maybe some people, some subs have been notified and they'll be joining me soon. I'm pretty nervous because I have 0 material prepared, but that's okay because I think sometimes when you wing it, you know, that's when the real juice gets milked out of the fruta.
Let's see here. Do I have any music?
But that's fine, this one's cool. Yo, what up? Welcome. Now, the one thing I wanted to look at here that I think would be helpful for you, and I only have 5 minutes to do so, is something that is kind of like an extra chunk, right? So when you're ready to get ready for your live stream, now you have this scheduled either under projects, or you can go to schedule, you'll see this here, but you can go to projects, like I said, right here, and we can go ahead and pop into there, and then we'll say join session. We've got a little YouTube symbol that's letting us know we're going to live to YouTube. And what's really cool here is you could actually set up multiple accounts. I could go to X, I could go to YouTube, I can go to Facebook, I can go to a bunch of different places all at once. And then I am gonna say I am using headphones now, because I am. And the output is the audio capture for the screen recording. So I think that's good, because the output's just for me. The audience should hear this just fine. I like to pop open my phone too and actually pull up YouTube on my phone and turn down the volume all the way. This is just sort of validation for me after I actually go live that I am in fact live. So I'll switch it over to the PSS Creative Media channel. We manage a lot of client channels
here, so you know, I got a lot of channels on my phone, so I need to make sure I open up the right one, homie. And there it is. We are getting ready to go live.
And we're getting nervous. We're getting real nervous.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
But the other thing that's really cool about this is when I go live, notice that it says record and stream. This is the power, because I'm gonna go live at a 1080p quality to YouTube, but the 2160 quality that I'm doing here in Riverside will be recorded to my Riverside account, which means my video editor or myself or anyone on my team can go grab that footy and turn, footy is kind of my way of saying footage. People hated that in film school. You can go grab that footy and now edit together any number of videos that you want to edit, which is pretty amazing. Did I mention I wrote the book on video podcasting? So I should be able to go live and talk about video podcasting. Come on. Oh, I need to hurry because in the media library here, if you want to do a countdown, which I don't have time to create anything special, so we're gonna just run over to Canva real quick. And in Canva, a video, and I'll make it a 1920 by 1080 video. And let's just see what we have. I'm just gonna pop open our brand color, give it a gradient. We're gonna do a 10-minute countdown like this. And maybe I can find some sort of a countdown, graphic of some kind. Let's do countdown animation. And we can wait. We can make the people on YouTube wait a little bit, although I wouldn't, I wouldn't advise to do that. But let's do this. This looks pretty cool. What I'm showing you here is you can actually make videos and play videos to your live audience on Riverside, which is amazing. And so I'm gonna make this a 1080 video. You'll see in Riverside here, if you go to media, you have some media that came with Riverside too. That's just a preview sound that we are hearing. If I want my audience to hear that, I need to press live. And then when I press play, my audience will hear that clapping sound. Now that I've made that video in Canva, I'm gonna go ahead and pop over to my downloads. And I'm gonna drag that in here. It should just drag right in. And it's uploading my countdown file. So this is how you can get away with doing a cool video countdown if you wanted to. If you have like a minute-long video and you don't actually want to appear for a minute because you want to kind of get ready, let the audience pour in, then now we have this countdown video. Again, to actually see it live, you would have to have the live selected here, which it is. And then I can actually hide myself, or I can be here. I can also decide to pin me. And I can go to people and let's see here, invite people. I'm not sure what my live audience is gonna see here when I'm playing this. I think they'll just see me kind of chiquito. But if this was a countdown video that was playing, you could start playing the countdown video, right? And then here I can press this loop button and it will loop the video over and over again, in this case. And I can leave myself here so I can talk to my audience and I can say, hey, where are you tuning in from? I'm gonna do 10 minutes where I just do a Q&A before I get into my session or something, right? And then I'll get into the presentation. But first, tell me where you're tuning in from. Hey, do you have any questions? Ask me anything. That's what I'm gonna try in this live stream. But if you don't wanna be here, you can go to people and you can hide yourself. Of course, the hide show option is based on whether or not you have the pro version, I believe it's called, of Riverside. So you may need to upgrade to get the hide show option. If not, you could always just hide your camera like this and it will just say your name. Then of course you have the branding options of changing how your name appears to people. I'll do a little bold thing, a little edgy thing here. Let's do the edgy. I don't know about it. I don't know, I don't like the color. You can also incorporate your own brand colors here as well too. So if I pop over here, I could come over here and grab my brand color, this cool teal color we use for everything, and then I can drop it in here. And now I actually have my brand color for my name here, as you can see, and I can choose how I wanna display that. We'll do a bold like this. That's pretty cool. And you can even change kind of the design of how your name is. So a lot of fun stuff you can do there as well. You can also add text, little pieces. You can show that. That's not who we are anymore, but that will pop up in your live stream. So we'll see how this actually looks. For the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and hide myself, and then I'll decide to pop into camera later, or into the live stream later. And then since I have my Rodecaster Duo synced up here, what I can do is I can play some music with the Rodecaster Duo, but the only music I have is this one. Hey, hey, hey.
And I could do my voice disguise. So we're gonna have a lot of fun here. Yes, we are.
Okay, are we ready for this? Let's go live and see what happens. Once I go live, I should get a countdown. Right after that 5-second countdown, you wanna throw that music right in there. There should be a little bit of a latency on YouTube. You'll see it will take a few seconds, but I'm gonna go ahead and click into the YouTube video. It says waiting for PSS Creative Media, because we very seldom do we go on time with our live streams because, hey, we're busy people. And I always have to adjust things, and have any kind of conniption fit beforehand. So I'm gonna go ahead and go live. And I'm gonna actually stop recording here, maybe? Why not? Just keep recording for a while. Let's see what happens. See if my computer can handle it. And I'm gonna mute my voice for the time. Leave my voice on. So here we go. Going live, everyone. 5, there's the countdown. Cool.
Yeah. We're going live on the YouTube, people.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to PSS Creative Media Live. But also, like I say in the last page of my book is, we'll be here cheering from the sidelines. Always here if you need a nudge, a new resource, or just someone to celebrate with. Now it's your turn. Close this book, open your camera, and show the world what you've got. No, seriously, go. Okay, so now I'm done with my live stream. I can say, how was your studio session? And I'll say, plus, it was great. And then it kind of gives me other ways that I can give it feedback. I don't know if I needed to actually record that whole thing here in my screen recording, and I'll likely cut it out, that big chunk, as I process it for there, but I can just give some final remarks. Live stream went really good. I did get some people talking. Luckily, Veronica popped in there and started talking. We got some cool comments from Leon and from another great friend of the channel, Mike. And so now you can see that chat. But here's the real magic that I want to show you. After I've been done going live, I can now say view recordings. And I can come in here to the recordings and it's still processing. Because that was a long ass episode that I did. So we could pop back in here in just one moment and see what happens after it processes. All right, it's still processing now, but we do see a little thumbnails popped up. You'll see the show notes. We can also view the transcript, which is cool. When you view the transcript, it kind of pops you into the editor. And this is what I was talking about with the editor of Riverside. Now I can edit these things like I would a Word doc. Of course, it needs to finish processing to do that as well too. But I can also come down here and look at my recording files. And this is what I find to be the most valuable thing of Riverside, but that's because I'm an editor and because we also share our files with editors. So this is how you're gonna get the highest quality edit, is to take these high quality files from Riverside, to download them from Riverside, and to drag and drop them into a professional editing solution like Adobe Premiere. Of course, you could also drag and drop these into Descript, which tends to be a little bit more of a convenient editing solution than Riverside. But then, as I mentioned, you also have the editor that you can use in Riverside. So I'll be popping in, so let's take a look at some more of these features. All right, so now all of my files have processed, and check this out. You have the 4K quality 3840 by 2160 that you can download from any participant that was part of your show. You can also download any media that you played, or if you share your screen, you can download that too as a separate file. You can also download the transcript from your live show. And we know in this world of AI and ChatGPT and Gemini that transcripts are gold. But as promised, we gotta take a look at some of these sweet editing features right here in the browser. Of course, Riverside also does have an app that you can download for your desktop. But we're just gonna stay in the browser for this demonstration. So look, I see a transcript right here. And at any point in the video, I can just highlight the transcript like I would a Word document. And if there's parts of the video or the live stream I don't like, I can simply delete them and it will disappear from my edit. So this is a really cool way to edit and to listen through your episode. And here's a real hack that I know you're gonna love me for, so make sure you give me a thumbs up for this one. If you wanna save some serious time in your editing, and I know it's a pain point for many of us to edit our own shows every week while we're waiting to be able to afford an editor, and that is to play back your show at 2 times speed. You can do that by clicking on this little 1x button right here where it says playback speed, and turn it all the way up to 2x. So if you have an hour-long episode that you want to listen through, and you really do want to listen to every word to make sure you give that fine-tuned edit that your show deserves, you just cut that time in half. I know. Now here you can also decide to hide the timeline, and there's all sorts of other really cool features that I love about the editor in here. And like I said, they're constantly innovating on this, and I've really grown to enjoy it a lot. You can add music here, and then you can play with the volumes of the music and kind of fade the music in and out wherever you want. But let's take a look at some of the fun AI features. There's the AI producer from the top right corner. You see this little star here. And here we'll actually attempt to remove all of the pauses. Look, it's saying there's 585 of them. which will remove 5 minutes in total from my whole live stream. I can remove filler words. There's 315 ums and uhs that I said in this episode. It'd be really cool to remove those. And you can also let AI decide if some of the things you talk about are just fluffy and don't really belong or provide value to your audience. All of this stuff is really easy to get away with using for audio only. However, you might want to use some caution and play around with it, because when you do it with video, it will create some jump cuts. Some of our clients will describe that style of editing as jittery, and they don't really like it. They'd rather keep a video podcast really natural and be part of the natural conversation and include some of those uhs and ums in there. That's up to your taste and your style. Me personally, I don't mind a bunch of jump cuts. Now this option right here is a real game changer, the Magic Audio. Simply by pressing apply, it will process Magic Audio onto Steven's track here, which is a nice combination of EQ, compression, noise reduction, and all of those classic podcast broadcast style effects that make your voice sound professional and broadcast ready. And it's very impressive, and it has a parameter after it's processed it right here that you can decide how much of this Magic Audio effect to apply. Right where it kind of defaults here to 70 or 80% is usually the sweet spot that I like. Now, the Smart Mute here is really cool because this is basically like a gate, which is an advanced audio production tool that people just don't even have the patience to learn about. And if you apply that, it's just gonna mute anyone in your show who isn't talking and then unmute them when they are talking. Really huge time saver, and immediately increases the quality of your show and the enjoyment and the value, the perceived value for your audience. I know, man, really cool stuff. Finally, we have smart layouts, which I won't really show off here because what this does is create the active speaker view, whoever's talking, and also some cutaways and things like that. So this will do your camera switching for you in a host, co-host, or a guest host podcast episode. Also mind-blowingly cool. Then, of course, they are experimenting with this eye contact. This is not one I've experimented with yet on Riverside. We have experimented with Descript's eye contact, so I'm interested to see how it compares. I'll keep you updated on that. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in me reviewing some of these more advanced features here in Riverside, or if you have reviewed them yourself and what you think about them. Are they gimmicky? Do you like them? Eye contact will basically allow you to look off camera, or Riverside themselves has a teleprompter feature that plays kind of above where you can see yourself. So you're still not really gonna be looking directly in the camera. You'll be looking off camera a little bit like this. And eye contact will actually just move your gaze in the middle. And it's a little bit creepy, but also really effective. I haven't checked it out though yet. And then if you just kind of come down the toolbar along the right-hand side, you'll see all of the other amazing things you can do here in Riverside. Tracks allows you to kind of turn people on or off inside of your mix. So let's say like me, you hop in sometimes with a client to help them record in Riverside, but you don't want to be in there at all. Well, I could just hide me from the show and I would disappear. You could also hide the media board or the video that I showed, my countdown timer. You can just hide that from the show as well here in the edit. The brand is cool. You can upload any titles and logos and captions. So you can add captions that will read this transcript over here. And there's tons of really cool caption styles. I mean, come on, man. Of course, you can upload now into Riverside as well too. This was a feature I was so excited a while back that they incorporated, because now this allows you to actually upload any of your own B-roll footage or any footage you've had from previous episodes that you want to add to this episode. You can record again directly into this edit, add images and videos from stock photo and video libraries, and you can add text or titles that you want to call out certain things, or a title card that you want to create. So for example, if I were to just grab a video real quick, I could type in background, scroll through any of the background images, and just add one of these background images to my mix. If you hover over this sort of full screen looking icon at the top, it tells you fill video. It will just fill it to the frame very quickly. And now you can add a cool title. They already have some pretty awesome title formats just right off the bat. Now it's adding a title, and then here in the title, I can just say, get creative, home, skillet. And I can drag out the duration of that title. And so now at any part you want during your show or to start your show off, I've created this really cool dynamic title screen. This is a really cool way you can hide some of those jump cuts if you want, and add those extra little bells and whistles to your edits. And I highly recommend that you add a lot of bells and whistles to your edits, especially during the first 2 or 3 minutes of your video. And then you can kind of get lazy a little bit after that in terms of the B-roll and the titles and even the captions. But we really want to prioritize a high dynamic edit within those first few minutes to increase audience retention time, both on YouTube and also on Spotify for podcasters, where you will also, like a good creator, be sharing this video export there as well too. So you're gonna have a video podcast on YouTube and Spotify. You can create highlight clips. You could take a 1-hour live stream that you did where you had some community building Q&A section, cut out those Q&A sections and just have a nice condensed video podcast episode that you share to the players. Or you can even split those up into a couple different episodes, little highlight clips or mini-sodes we like to call them. And that would be like 2 7 to 12-minute mini episodes that can be their own standalone videos. And of course, after your live stream, you could always hop into Riverside and record unique intros for each one of those mini-sodes. This is where you are really going to unlock the power of smart content creation and effective workflows that are gonna save you a lot of time and increase your output. This is the work smarter, not harder kind of thing. And Riverside is a wonderful tool to help you work like this. So again, let me know in the comments if you want me to really unpack Riverside and get into it even deeper. If you're liking this video, I will hop in on another Get Creative episode soon, and I will really show you some of my favorite editing techniques and in a more tutorial step-by-step style. But don't be afraid, it's so easy and intuitive. Just hop in there. Go to pss.media/Riverside to use our affiliate link and get started for free, and start playing around with it and see how intuitive it is. And pop into our community section here on YouTube and don't be a stranger. Let me know how things are going with your content creation. We're a community here, we're all growing and evolving together, and we would love to come check out your show. We'd love to give you feedback. Don't be a stranger. We are a resource for you here at PSS Creative Media, so make sure that you take advantage of us. I got my show here every Wednesday that you can expect, and Veronica goes live here on YouTube every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you come hang out with her for her show, Content Sancocho. She always has some fresh, tasty, and delicious tips and tricks and chismes and really fun things for creators and professionals. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? If you haven't signed up yet, go to pss.media/Riverside to use our affiliate link and try it out for free. And if you want to explore some other more complex ways of live streaming, check out this video here where we look at the full-blown pro live stream setup, including the Rodecaster board, professional lighting, a video mixer, how you can record the output from multiple cameras onto a video mixer with the Rodecaster video. This is some really advanced live streaming stuff. You might want to check it out. Did the camera freeze, or is he just being awkward?